The Frogs Who Desired a King. Once upon a time, in a peaceful pond, there lived a community of frogs. They were free to hop, swim, and live their lives as they pleased, with no one to tell them what to do. However, over time, the frogs began to grow restless and dissatisfied with their freedom. They felt that life would be more organized if they had a king to rule over them and provide guidance. One day, the frogs gathered by the edge of the pond and decided to call upon Zeus, the king of the gods, to grant them a ruler. They croaked loudly, sending their plea to the heavens, "O mighty Zeus, we frogs are in need of a king. Send us someone who can rule over us and bring order to our pond." Hearing their request, Zeus was amused by their impatience and decided to teach them a lesson. He tossed a large log into the pond and said, "Here is your king." The frogs were initially excited when they saw the log splash into the water, but as they swam around it, they quickly realized it was just a silent, motionless piece of wood. "This isn't a king," they complained. "It does nothing. We need a ruler who can take charge and keep us in line." Once again, the frogs croaked their demands to Zeus, "Please, Zeus, give us a real king. Someone with power and authority who will rule us properly." Zeus, growing impatient with the frogs' foolishness, decided to give them what they wanted. This time, he sent them a large, fierce stork. The stork immediately began preying on the frogs, eating them one by one. The frogs, who had been longing for a powerful ruler, now found themselves in terror of their new king, who was merciless and cruel. Realizing the grave mistake they had made, the remaining frogs desperately called out to Zeus again, begging for mercy, "O mighty Zeus, take away this terrible king. We would rather have no ruler at all than suffer under this cruel one." Zeus, hearing their cries, replied, "You wanted a ruler, and now you have one. It is not my fault that you did not appreciate the peace and freedom you had before. Now you must live with the consequences of your wish." The frogs were left to endure their fate, regretting their foolish desire for a king. Moral of the story: better no rule than cruel rule. This story teaches us the dangers of longing for change without understanding the possible consequences. The frogs, who were dissatisfied with their freedom, learned too late that having no ruler is better than having a cruel and oppressive one. It reminds us to be careful about what we wish for and to appreciate what we have, as the desire for power or control can sometimes lead to disaster.